There's a game coming out from the guys over at Team Kill Media called Code Violet. And for those of you who don't know about Team Kill Media, this is a group of brothers who have made multiple games over the course of time here, and they are some of the grindiest, probably the grindiest studio I've ever closely observed or witnessed, because these guys have come up with, really banging out games in a short manner. They're truly inspiring to me in a number of ways. And I'm really excited to see the future of Team Kill Media. And we're going to go over some of the stuff that they have previously worked on, because I'm sure a lot of you have never heard of Team Kill Media. But as they've continued to evolve here, you're going to hear more about them in the future. And I want to cover it because a number of their games are absolutely certainly labors of love that you can just tell, like it just bleeds through the screen of these games that they're still figuring it out. They're still coming up with really cool concepts, great cinematics, visuals, things of that nature. And I am really excited for their upcoming game, Code Violet. So as I mentioned, guys, Code Violet is a dinosaur third-person action horror video game, and it is in development for the PlayStation 5. So their games at this point, Team Kill Media, are essentially working on, working with PlayStation. And so far, it has been solely the PlayStation consoles that they are releasing their games on. Hopefully, at some point in the future, they can release these games on, Xbox, potentially Steam, things of that nature. But for now, it's on PlayStation 5. And if we go over to Team Kill Media and their website here, they have 3 games at this point that have been released to the world. Right now, they're essentially coming out with a 3rd game in 3 years. It's pretty impressive. So you had Kings of Lorne, The Fall of Ibris, which they released in 2020. Now, they brought that out on the PS4 and PC, and a few years later, took them a few years of development to get Quantum Error made. And we're going to be talking about Quantum Error because, for a title that it really felt like their first real dive into, and what kind of put them on the map in a number of ways, was Quantum Error, released in 2023. I played the game, guys, and you could tell that this was a team that, once again, they're really trying to find their footing. And with Quantum Error, it was because at the end of the day, you're never going to improve as a studio, improve as a development team without growing pains and things of that nature. And so with Quantum Error, they had so many really awesome ideas within Quantum Error. It was a great horror title. I really enjoyed it for what it was, and I'm really excited to see what they do in the future with Quantum Error 2 or Quantum State. And then they came out with Sun and Bone in 2024. So back-to-back years, they brought out a game. This one was on PS5 and PC. And Sun and Bone reminded me a lot of, that you get this vibe that they're really leaning into the dinosaur titles because, and of course, as we move into Code Violet, very much so like Turok inspired, Dino Crisis inspired. Sun and Bone was another game where it felt like there were certainly, you could see that there were a number of improvements from Quantum Error, just quality of life improvements and things of that nature. As we've moved into the future now with Code Violet, that's where things get really exciting. So Sun and Bone released last year. Well, Code Violet, guys, is coming out this year. So let me switch screens over here. Code Violet, They're going to have two editions for it. They got the standard edition and the digital deluxe edition for the title. I love this, that they're going to have like a digital deluxe edition. I think that's what we're going to go ahead and purchase on our end. But let's talk about Code Violet. Survive the horror, unravel the truth. Dive into Code Violet, an exhilarating third-person action horror game from Team Kill Media. In the 25th century, a cataclysm has left Earth uninhabitable, driving humanity's survivors to Trappist-1E. Facing extinction due to sterility, the Aeon colony harnesses cutting-edge time travel technology to abduct women from the past to be surrogates in a dark yet desperate bid to save mankind. But their mission conceals a sinister conspiracy. As Violet Sinclair, torn from your time, you awaken in the Aeon bioengineering complex, swarming with ferocious prehistoric dinosaurs and hostile forces. Carefully manage your inventory, uncover Aeon's dark secrets, fight to survive and escape during a chaotic evacuation protocol. Can you save those you care for and make it out alive? So, guys, we're going to be going over the gameplay. They released the release date trailer. They've got strategic inventory management, master limited inventory slots to prioritize weapons, healing items, and puzzle-solving tools, making every choice critical to surviving the complex's deadly threats. Explosive action horror combat, dive into thrilling third-person battles against savage dinosaurs, blending melee and ranged tactics for adrenaline-pumping encounters. Stunning ray-traced visuals with Unreal Engine's megalights. Lose yourself in haunting jungles and neon-lit facilities where dynamic lighting, shadows, and reflections heighten the terrifying atmosphere. One of the things I really like about Team Kill Media is they try to immerse you in these worlds by their great cinematics. They have these incredible cinematics that they're utilizing Unreal Engine 5. And you can see that, look no further than Code Violet for this, because man, it looks really great. And you know, going from Quantum Air to Sun and Bone, and now to Code Violet, they are aggressively trying to make a name for themselves, that being Team Kill Media. And you can just see the works of their labor, like they're coming to fruition slowly but surely. It's awesome. Sony's 3D audio. Immerse yourself in a vivid soundscape where every rustle, roar, and echo brings jungles and facilities to life, amplifying tension with pinpoint directional audio. Adaptive triggers and haptic feedback, gripping conspiracy narrative, unravel a tale of betrayal tied to Aeon's time travel tech and surrogate program, with Violet's journey revealing shocking twists that keep you hooked. Mind-bending puzzles. Solve intricate environmental and mechanical puzzles to unlock paths and secrets, adding depth and rewarding critical thinking for a satisfying challenge. Terrifying prehistoric creatures. Confront intelligently designed beasts and classic dinosaurs that stalk unpredictably, blending nostalgia with cutting-edge AI for unforgettable chases. And then lastly, immerse yourself in a visually spectacular, heart-racing, panic-filled adventure packed with survival horror, strategic inventory management, explosive action, and brain-teasing puzzles, perfect for thrill seekers and fans of dino-driven chaos. So, look, we're going to talk about this reveal date announcement trailer, but look, I'm really excited about Code Violet. Anytime that Team Kill Media bring out a new game, you've got my attention, because at the end of the day, guys, you can tell that each one of these games, they're improving as you go. It just feels like from Quantum Air, which like I said, had a lot of really interesting elements, really interesting story. They had so much that they were trying to pack into that game. And then you move into Sun and Bone, which, once again, there was a lot of things that were really interesting about Sun and Bone. And they're taking reference and kudos to other games, but man, they're looking at games that there's a need for, something that's unique, right? I felt like Quantum Error was very unique. Sun and Bone, thought it was really unique. Code Violet, once again, it feels like your classic like Dino Crisis title. And I don't know, man. I just love that they're kind of filling that void of games that, you know, like Turok. We haven't seen a Turok game in so long. Dino Crisis, the exact same thing. And so I love this. I love this element of creating worlds that other people aren't, building things that maybe nobody else will. And that's what Team Kill Media is doing. But let me know what you guys think about Code Violet in the comment section down below. From what we've seen so far, from everything that Team Kill Media is telling us about Code Violet, what are your thoughts about it? Let us know in the comment section down below, and let us know your thoughts.